Welcome back to another episode of Psychedelic Emuz, mates. And
You're worried about getting cancelled, weren't you?
worried about getting cancelled. What is that? Why I said it? Is that why I said it so quickly?
That's why you stopped the last one.
No. I stopped the last one because I thought it was going to be a boring subject.
Yeah,
Something
nah,
that
it's just
we already
depressing,
discussed
bro.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to another episode
But we were recently.
of Psychedelic Emu.
Yeah, I'm so sick about my intro, man. So I'm just gonna
You get me to do it because I don't say Emuz, I say Emu just because it feels right.
Alright, go. What do you...
Welcome to another episode of Psychedelic Emu.
That's gonna be fuck it now. Okay. So I'll let you do the intro.
I can do a better one.
Yeah, alright, go.
Some reason when I got the mic next to me, I can do it better.
Oh, okay.
A trivia one. Welcome to another episode of Sorry, I'm just laughing because I said episode. Welcome to another episode of Psychedelic Emu.
Okay. We've all been poisoned from your intro. No, so
Sorry. Welcome to another episode of LSD Emu.
alright, that's enough. Fucking now.
Alright.
We're never gonna get anything done. So we were just discussing outside about beauty, hey? And whether or not beauty is objective, and whether there is an actual objective beauty. And we come to the conclusion that there is a real beauty, there is a real objective beauty, and that people can have wrong perceptions of beauty. However, we understand that some people can find things beautiful,
Yeah.
and other things not, but their side of beautiful can be flawed.
Their interpretation is a bit different.
Yeah, so they can.
So the definition's not changed, but
So,
their
for example,
interpretation is different.
I see this can as very beautiful, but I might be wrong.
I'm sure there's people that could argue
my
it's
beauty's
wrong.
wrong. Yeah,
Mm.
and someone could know what's more beautiful than this and be right.
I mean, you could say the taste is beautiful, make an argument to you, but the can? What's beautiful about the can?
Everything, man. Look at it.
I don't think it's beautiful.
I think it's beautiful. Who's right and who's wrong?
Me, I think it's right.
And yeah, and so that's an actual thing, huh?
Yes. Right.
Yeah, right. Okay, cool.
I mean, it's not very logical as an energy drink's
What
beautiful.
about that saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder?
That can be true on their interpretation. Doesn't mean it's facts though, but their interpretation could be.
But there's a factual beauty.
Yes.
Okay.
But there's truth in what you just said though, because the beholder, or the whatever you want to call it.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in each different beholder,
Yeah.
they might
Fine.
find people or buildings or scenery or animal. Well, it could be subjective to all
Yeah,
the
and
things.
who's to say they're wrong?
No one. It's a hard thing to debate.
But there is a factual beauty.
I think so, but yeah, I'm sure someone could whip in and try and destroy him.
Yeah, okay. So then what defines beautiful? What do you define as beautiful?
Something unique,
Unique.
majestic.
Majestic.
Well, there's a few meanings,
Okay.
yeah, but something undeniably unique, right? Or stunning.
Okay, well this water bottle is crippled in a very unique way.
No, it's not.
What?
Just go on.
You would never be able to precisely get these curves and lines and wrinkles.
See, this is the problem when society breaks down every little meaning into little subcategories is that you can argue anything's beautiful or grotesque or disgusting. It's never ending. That's the problem. So I could say this mic is disgusting, but then plenty of people could argue. Plenty of people could argue that's not true. What's disgusting about this mic? Most people would say it's a perfectly fine mic.
Stop fucking with the mic.
Most people would say that mic looks very good.
Yes.
Some would say beautiful.
Yeah.
So who am I to say that thing's disgusting? That's just my opinion from the beholder.
Exactly.
And someone else can tell me I'm full of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's
the problem. Someone could
when...
tell you're full of shit, but how are they gonna know? How are they?
They're going off their own biased opinion.
Yeah.
That's all they're going off.
Yes, but now is beauty subjective then?
No, I think it's objective.
You think there's a real beauty,
but
there's something that's actually beautiful.
Yes, but as I just said, the problem now in society is everything is sub-categorized and overcomplicated. So it's like to the point where so many things that are objective are now argued to be subjective. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes. Why are they?
Sorry?
Why?
Do you get what I'm saying?
No. So there's so many categories.
So I'm saying there's a lot of things in this life that are objective.
Yeah.
And the problem now is that so many people are subcategorizing every meaning in the dictionary and overcomplicating definitions to the point where people feel they can argue that anything's subjective. Do you get what I'm saying?
We're fighting over the definitions of the words and not the actual thing itself.
Yes, but I'm also saying that it's gotten to the point now people are just constantly trying to argue objective things are subjective.
Why? Yeah.
Because the world's lost the fucking plot. It's PC. It's all PC.
So
a lot of it's PC. Not all of it, but a lot of it. A lot of it is PC.
Not wanting to hurt someone else's feelings.
Massive. It's not all of it, but it's a massive contributor. Massive contributor.
Okay.
No one wants to offend anyone.
So
or hurt anyone's feelings.
Are fat people beautiful? Well, fat people.
Of course they can be.
Okay.
But
is that true beauty? Or is it objective?
I mean, I don't really compare beauty with how much you weigh.
No. Okay. Yeah.
Just personally,
which is subjective, right?
Like for instance, there's plenty of instances where you can meet someone who's pretty heavy and they can still be very attractive and beautiful. That's facts.
Yeah. Yes. I agree with you.
Men and women, but you know, you're going to get cases as well where that's not the case.
Yeah.
And it definitely has been rammed down a lot of people's throats that people aren't allowed to. Like it seems like physical health's just like for fuck's sake, you got people now trying to argue that being really overweight's not unhealthy. It's just absurd. No, it's not subjective. That's my point. Everyone's obsessed with not getting a feeling hurt. It's absurd, mate. It's absolutely absurd. You know it's true.
But what are you defining as beauty? I don't get it. Like, what is your?
I'm not just talking about beauty. I'm talking about objective things.
Yeah, I know.
In all areas.
I know. But let's start with
being ruined really because they're trying to completely change their definitions and the whole premise. Because you're trying to go no, it's also no. A lot of things aren't subjective.
Let's start with beauty though. Let's start with beauty. What's your definition of beauty? Let's start there.
Something that is unique and undoubtedly unique.
But
unique.
A lot of beauty.
But there's different meanings to beauty though. No?
A lot of people find there's been scientific studies done that find symmetry. So is beautiful.
I can see how that came out that argument. That's what I mean. There is different,
but that's not unique. That's actually the opposite.
But putting out so beauty is one of those ones that is tricky because
It's tricky
Because it actually can be genuinely subjective and respectable.
yeah,
But I'm making the
but
point
it's
that it's being
difficult.
ruined. That's
But
being ruined as we speak.
it's
That's being ruined.
difficult to define. So what
It's
I
very
think
difficult, actually.
it's
Challenge me
difficult
on
to
it.
define,
Very.
but yet we can argue over the definition. But there's still, but the definition's where our argument needs to lie, not
Yes.
whether
Yes.
what I see beautiful in my eyes, but we have to work out
Absolutely.
what the definition of real beauty actually is.
I think the best example of that would be. Do you know what's the best thing that you can't argue with? That's really like legit
What?
science.
Science.
Real science.
Yeah. Okay.
Not much holes in that.
Well, it's the
If
same
you really,
kind of,
if
it's
you
the
really,
same kind of thing. You
Yeah,
kind of
you know-
state what you're. So the scientific method.
no, but I was gonna say, but plenty of scientists, I imagine, would argue science is beautiful, and you can't really deny
Can't.
that
Well, you can.
because it is beautiful.
That's the whole
well, no,
point
well, no, sorry,
we're
sorry,
going
sorry.
on.
You can.
As soon as we come up with the actual definition of beauty,
Sorry, yes.
yeah, as soon as we
Yes.
come up with an
No, of
actual
course you
definition
can.
of beauty,
Yeah.
then once we work out that definition, we go, yep, that's beautiful. Yep, that's
So let me
not.
actually read what now in this year is defined as beauty, so we can.
Yeah, and then we'll just leave
Yeah.
it as that,
Yeah.
and we'll
okay.
use that definition as
Yes.
beauty.
Yeah, that'd be a lot easier. Beauty. Okay. Put it in words better. Okay. A combination of qualities such as. Okay, so it's got two definitions: a noun and an adjective.
Yeah.
So the noun is a combination of qualities such as shape, color, or form that pleases the aesthetic senses, especially the sight. And then the adjective is good, excellent, used as a general term of approval in brackets.
Okay, so let's go with the noun, obviously, and
A combination of qualities such as shape, color, or form that pleases the aesthetic senses, especially the sight.
yeah, so that would mean if we were going off that
What we can
definition-
visually see.
if we were going off that definition of beauty, we could probably say that it is subjective.
Yes. Oh, fuck. Now, that fuck, it's very subjective, isn't it?
Yeah, but but it doesn't.
Fuck.
If we use that definition, but I don't agree with that definition.
I don't think I do either. But that's
It's
what it says
important-
it is.
it's
But that's what it
important.
says it is.
So we're just
So
gonna.
how
Are
can
we
I
just
argue?
gonna let Google run our thoughts?
No,
and be like,
no. But I'm just saying, but it's interesting that that's what
That's
majority
what's
of people are
written there.
gonna.
Yeah,
do
that's
it.
what they're getting off. I think Google just tries to accommodate how
Google's full of shit.
how people are using the word. The problem is we're gonna lose all our factual things.
No, we're gonna lose it all.
Yeah, because
Give it
now,
20 years.
because now we're so far away from
Reality.
yeah, well, exactly, true beauty. We're so far away from an actual definition of true beauty.
So what's your definition of true beauty?
Well, fuck.
Objective, not subjective. Because if it's subjective, you could be here all day.
Something.
It's actually a really hard fucking one to define.
Yeah, it is.
You actually got me good, man. You got me
Something-
good. You got me good, man.
Attention to detail.
To you, that's what you meant.
Yeah, something that's been created, or something that exists with.
That's
high-
that right though.
high
Attention to detail.
detail. Well, that's
Isn't
one
that just?
part.
Isn't that just?
Well, that's one part of it.
Isn't that just excellent? Attention.
No, no.
Details in life?
I'm saying that. Listen.
That's just Dexy.
Just listen. Just listen. I'm saying attention to detail is one aspect.
Oh,
of
one
beautiful.
aspect. Yeah. I want the definition, not
So,
aspect.
for example, think of a beautiful building. And in a beautiful building, there's a lot of attention to detail.
Yes.
So there's like all the details on even the roof and the ceiling and the floor. In beautiful buildings, all that's been looked at and examined and you know,
I get.
manipulated in a way that appeases the senses.
And you could say those buildings are majestic, couldn't you?
Well, I think that's one aspect that makes building majestic is an attention to detail. But what those details are is our next aspect that we need to work
Okay.
out. So what do you think those aspects are?
I actually think that's pretty accurate, but I would say the way people use the word though is they take that definition and then they apply it to looks.
Yeah. Apply it to looks.
Apply it to human
And I
looks.
think that's why people put makeup on and girls put makeup on and stuff
Because
like
most girls, not all,
that. Yeah.
not generalizing,
Fuck off.
but no,
Fuck off, you woke cunt.
I'm not worried. I was genuinely. I didn't want any one to get that confused.
Okay.
But most.
Terrified.
No, sorry, not even. I won't say most because that's generalizing. I'll say respectable majority. Look how carefully I'm choosing my words. A respectful majority.
A respectful majority.
A respectful majority. So I'm not defining a certain percentage. I'm just saying a respectable majority of girls like to dress up and put on makeup and certain things.
A respectful majority.
To feel in some way beautiful, which is part of femininity.
And I think, well, so does beautiful
subjectively
things, so do beautiful things have to have feminine aspects? Like
no,
delicate?
I mean, does a building have to be feminine?
Well,
No.
do buildings that look delicate, maybe?
Well,
there's
no, sorry, David. Don't start trying to argue with me about what a building's gender is. Seriously, a building does not. A building does not identify as shit.
We're talking about
buildings do not have souls. Buildings do not have souls.
We're talking about character types, but I accidentally said what?
I'm an open-minded person.
I said delicate.
I am
as
open-minded.
A female characteristic.
I'm open-minded,
which is quite not good.
I'm open-minded and conscious.
That's good, man.
But if someone's gonna try and tell me that a building has a soul and can identify it as whatever it wants,
that's not
suck
what
a hot
saying, dude.
Suck a. No, I'm joking, cunt. I'm joking.
Let's use masculine for
a masculine building.
A masculine building. A masculine. What is a masculine building?
I suppose a strong building, right? Or a I don't know, a buff building. I don't know, man.
A masculine building.
Good structure.
Good structure. Stable.
Stable.
Modern. Would you define a more masculine building as modern? In a sense.
I suppose so.
Like it's just practical and.
Looks
after structural integrity.
When I was in Europe, I seen a lot of buildings that were like
orderly,
500 years old, 600 years old, and they were very masculine. But they were all from a long time ago.
So is beauty?
It's actually very masculine.
Does beauty entail attention to detail, feminine details, or no?
I don't know, man. I mean, isn't femininity like living beings, not buildings?
No, so femininity is more like characteristics.
Oh, a characteristic. I suppose, yeah, you could say some buildings are more feminine. Why not?
In character. Well, I know that the French use different words at the beginning of words.
I'll bit different.
Work out whether it's a feminine word or a masculine.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
So I'm mainly talking about stereotypes of masculine and feminine stereotypes. I'm not actually talking about thing, but I'm just talking about take those stereotypes and put them on buildings, and see what happens. So do you think beauty is feminine or has feminine characteristics?
Definitely characteristic. I think so.
Okay, let's
subjectively.
Now we're going to try to think of something that beats it. Is there anything that you find beautiful that doesn't really remind you of feminine nature?
Scenery. Like
a sunset?
Yeah.
Is sunset feminine?
I don't think so.
Neither do I.
I mean, the sun's a fucking massive thing of lava, mate.
And people like watching the sunset over the ocean. Is that attention to detail?
That's definitely attention to
Definitely
detail.
attention to detail.
And then also, for instance, like when I was in
This is difficult.
no, but when for instance, like the last time I went back to Scotland, and you go to the country, like, and they got like heaps of lakes and like snowy mountains. I remember thinking that's beautiful, and is there anything feminine about a snowy mountain? I don't think so.
It's handsome.
I don't know. I didn't really think that. I just thought it's very beautiful because there's like lakes and there's like.
Okay, so it's not feminine.
I don't think so.
It's not feminine then. What
Scenery.
else?
Scenery is not necessarily.
No,
I don't think it
doesn't have feminine characteristics, does it?
It's scenery. I don't think so.
Jordan Peterson would start arguing that scenery and in the environment is
Probably
related to femininity due to chaos. The chaos.
Probably. Probably. And the men are the brutes. No, I love
Ready
Jordan.
to team the lair.
No, I like Jordan Peterson, but I
too,
like him a lot. But yeah, he would go on like a tangent about how the men are Sparta.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was gonna say no. But there's other examples like a lot of people find animals beautiful, but that's the same as humans, I suppose. I think there'll be others. I'm forgetting.
Alright, so attention to detail is still one. What's the other one? How do you even define that?
Attention to detail.
Now, how do you define beauty?
It's fucking hard because it's actually subjective. Fuck. It is subjective. It is subjective.
I don't think it is.
Fine, it's objective, but it has so many subcategories. It's fucking hard to define it for one.
Categories.
We just named a bunch of them.
Different type. What, scenery? No, just think of a common denominator between all of them, which was details. Remember? Something.
Yes, details.
That was common between all of the scenarios we picked up.
No, you actually, David, you're a smart cunt. You're actually 100% right.
Yeah, so there's got to be more.
You're a smart mother cookie. You're a smart cookie.
Cheers, bro.
You're a fucking genius cookie.
Oh, thanks, man.
Because I actually just clicked on to the deeper thing of what you were saying.
Yeah.
When you think about it, it is all about attention to detail.
Yeah.
Ah! It
Yeah.
is! It is! Because that's the one thing that joins them all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're a genie cookie.
A genie
But no, but that's not how most people see that.
No, but there's got to be more.
There'd be way more.
Yep.
I'm just kind
What do you mean?
A lot of people would argue books are beautiful. You could argue movies are beautiful. You could argue music is beautiful. You know why?
Why?
Because they're all art.
Yeah.
An expression of art. And a lot of people find art beautiful. That's fact.
Okay. Yeah.
But then art's subjective to who likes it and dislikes it. So it's never ending. But in a lot of ways, things like paintings, a lot of people think paintings are beautiful.
Well, what makes a shit painting?
No, we're not even going to go down that road.
Yeah.
Because I've literally walked into fucking museums where there's like a squiggly fucking dot and then a bunch of people with wine are like, it's amazing! Like, literally. And the painting's there for like $9,000. Literally. and it looks like something a kindergartner would draw.
Yes.
With its eyes closed.
Yes. So you
and
think...
it's there for $9,000 in the perfect museum. So what I'm saying is that art is actually the worst. We're never doing a podcast going down that road because it's never ending. Like when it comes like painting in particular is never ending. But music, movies, any kind of form of expression is a form of art, and to a lot of people, those things are beautiful.
Yeah, well, the art that is beautiful has attention
which
to
includes movies and music.
And has attention to detail. For example, if you compare a movie like Shrek,
good movie,
to a movie like Barbie.
I haven't seen Barbie. Is it good?
No, not really. Nowhere near Shrek level. because Shrek had a more attention to detail.
I,
But Shrek, no, we're just debating on whether is it a good movie now or not. We needed to
exactly.
focus more.
Movies is really subjective as well.
Yeah, and Shrek's not a beautiful movie either.
But I can say,
It's not
whoa.
It's not beautiful.
You could find someone who would argue
it?
it is. It's a fucking good movie, bro. I'll give you like it's actually a very damn good movie when you think about it.
Yeah, right.
The script, the acting, the animation, the attention to detail.
Yeah, but now
the
we're just working out. Wait, so is Shrek beautiful? We just haven't realized it this entire time.
I think a lot of people would probably say it's a beautiful movie. And you know what? I can't really argue that. It has
The first Shrek, not the second.
First two were good. The other ones sucked. But I was gonna say,
does that mean?
But to give an example, like I've genuinely listened to songs and watched movies, and I remember my first thought being, "That's a beautiful movie," or "That's a beautiful song." I have had those thoughts in my life, so that's interesting.
Symmetry is beautiful. Symmetry.
You could argue that.
Attention to detail and symmetry.
Is symmetry? I don't know much about symmetry, but yeah.
Symmetry, like when you cut something in half and it's the same on both sides.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know if that's beautiful, man.
Well, think
that's
about
skilled, isn't it?
What? Skilled?
Well, if you're saying that a big plonk of wood is cut off, that's really impressive.
What?
If it's no.
Okay.
Listen. That's really impressive if it's the same on both sides, and it's really interesting. But I don't know if I would. My first thought would be that's beautiful to start stroking it.
No. So, take for instance.
It's really impressive.
Take for instance someone like.
This is endless.
Take for instance a girl, a really attractive girl, and I drew a line from here down to her pussy.
No, don't say that. He apologizes.
I apologize. Okay, so if you did that,
He didn't mean it.
and it was the same on both sides, I 100% did.
No, you didn't.
I did. I just did.
I'm disappointed.
So we drew a line down here, right? And then, if it was the same on both sides, we consider that symmetrical, right?
Sorry, I remembered something.
We can consider that symmetrical. So if they put a line in the middle of my face, and if it's the same on both sides, it's considered symmetrical. Yeah.
Sorry, I was gonna say.
You're not even
Sorry, I was
like
gonna
listening
say.
to what
I
I'm
was gonna say
saying.
something with the silly comment you said before. I've got to do this. I've got to do this to the camera. So, sorry, I've got to do it to the camera. I take responsibility.
That's it. All right, I'm ending it here. I'm ending it here. Beauty's subjective. I give up.
Completely. No. Let's finish it. Let's finish it.
What?
Let's finish what you're gonna say. Sorry, finish what you're gonna say.
No, I could be bothered now.
No,
The
finish it.
podcast is going too long.
Well, how long is it?
28 minutes. We have to finish it.
Okay, I really like this one, man, because
Yeah,
it
it's
actually is very fucking hard.
Yeah, it's hard.
Very fucking hard.
But this is what the philosophers would have been doing like back in medieval times, where they didn't have Google to randomly give them a definition.
Maybe it was a good thing.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Because I do think you can feel the idea, right? I do think there's an idea there that we need to tackle in regards to what is beautiful and what isn't.
Or maybe
I think there is.
Or maybe society's perception of what that word means now is just when warped, and we don't know the definition.
Well, I think it's important to have definitions of words.
If there's no definitions to words, then we're all fucked.
Well, I think there should be a way that we word words, that the definition of words explain reality, and that it's not ends up like complete subjective nonsense. So, for example, beauty is what the Google's definition was if it looks appealing to anyone's eye. And that's completely subjective. Do you know what I mean? It's like that's never tied down to reality. It's not tied down to reality.
Yeah.
You're really listening.
No, I am.
Okay. Anyhow.
Thank you for tuning in